can hear like each other clapping while we're talking.
Yeah, that's it. We find every episode it's really quite a bad system.
Yeah, we need to get this thing in person somehow.
Whenever you're good, Connor, you can just go ahead and hit that thing.
Anyway, that's enough. That's enough of that. All right. Anyway, hello everyone. Welcome back to the final episode of the Back Questions Worst Answers podcast. Each week, I, Connor, along with my friend Charlie,
hello,
present a back question to the others. Then we attempt to explore these back questions with the worst answers. Guys, we have a guest on. Not the guest that we've been trying to schedule for months, but
we've been
a
promising
guest...
a big one, and Ben is not
sorry,
that.
I'm not
Ben is unfortunately not that.
I wish.
It's a bad guest.
It's something
Really
to tide
sorry,
us
guys.
over, but yeah.
Ben's my. Those of you that follow my YouTube channel, where I've posted like one thing in the last 2 years, but you'll know Ben from that as the wearer of American Eagle and Adidas merch that we got
yes.
paid millions to adorn him in.
Yeah, I am his muse.
Yeah. If you
Yeah.
haven't checked out Boy Climbs Tree, you absolutely should. It's a banging 3 minutes of no dialogue or
Yeah.
music. Right?
Some good repeated audio though.
Yeah. So now we got Ben. We got Ben on the pod. He's here to talk about music. That's what we're going to be hitting today. Hitting hard on the music. Connor, where do you want to hit it? You want to start us with anything here?
I guess I completely forgot we were gonna intro this. Charlie, do you want to show off the merch a little bit?
Yeah. So I'm currently wearing the Connor Ghost, which longtime listeners
Tuesday
will remember.
Ghost.
Oh, what did I call it? The Connor Ghost.
Come on,
That's
Charlie.
We can edit that.
Yeah. We'll fix it in post.
Longtime listeners will remember a couple weeks ago when I said I'd like to be wearing the Tuesday Ghost, and here I am with the Tuesday Ghost right here on my left breast. So that's pretty sick. The color is good, the material is good, and this little hecker, he's like sewn in there. He's not just like a little like crappy dye patch that's gonna wear off after you wash it a few times. He's in for the long haul.
It's true. It's embroidered. It's
Okay,
Yeah,
that's embroidered a little.
yeah.
Not a. Is that different than a patch? That's probably different than a patch.
I feel like
right?
those are the same things. But like Charlie said, a dye patch. So is that like screen printing?
Yeah, I'm saying it's not screen printed. Look at this crap.
Yeah,
I'm not.
No.
You see that?
No, that's great.
He's there. He's quality, and he's a cheap $38. So get in on that.
Nice.
ConnorsGraveyard.com. Join the Discord as well. Anyway, do we?
You know what I'm thinking now, Connor?
What?
Just I'm a branding guy, right? Like I'm just an ideas man. I just kind of churn this stuff out. I'd kind of like to wear the BQWA logo.
Huh. What did you put together?
So we can look into that. This time I'm just saying I'd like to wear it.
Charlie's just saying it may or may not show up in the near future. It really depends on.
Last time I said it worked out pretty well.
Yeah, the turnaround on that was spectacular.
Really incredible service.
Anything else you want to hit, Connor?
I don't think so. I don't really have any awkward social interactions that happened. I mean, it was my birthday this week. I guess that happened.
Happy birthday. Congratulations.
Thank you. It was my 21st. Got so drunk I couldn't even see what was going on after 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It was whoopity-doo. That was...
Wow.
No, I'm just kidding.
You get a cool stamp.
It was pretty chill. It was a good birthday. Anyway.
That's good.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, ask if we were gonna get into the
please.
question. I was just gonna say if we were gonna get into the questions.
Okay.
That was.
Does Ben need any more introduction? Ben, do you feel like the
Oh yeah, I
viewer
guess
understands
Ben, do you wanna?
who you are?
Do you maybe have some more stuff to talk about?
No, I'm a pretty I'm an open book, folks. I'd like to be. I should get into the Discord. I just downloaded it right before this call, so I'm new to the game. But Ben, I'm excited to be here. I've been trying to get Charlie to get me on here, but he keeps like putting me at the bottom of the list. So
There's a big list. There's a big list
Ben's
of
a
guys.
listener. Long-time
Yeah.
listener,
Yep.
Ben.
yeah, long time new listener. So I'm really excited to check this off the list.
Yeah, this is a big bucket list thing for Ben. So my
Yeah.
question this week, friends, is what 5 songs sort of define your music taste? And I gave you both this in advance, so we've had time to try and work through our list and
Not
cull this
enough
down.
time.
And we've only-
I needed a week, maybe 3 years.
Yeah, mine's still not done. As I've said,
Yeah.
I've got 4 that are pretty solid, but really anything's up for grabs right now. So it's going to be a real, in the moment thing. But that was the question. What 5 songs define your music taste? So if you're trying to distill this thing down to 5 songs, what is it? And what we've learned through this process is that 5 is a really bad number for this question.
Mm-hmm.
Because it leaves the door open a little too much. It's not like 2 or 3, where it's just like what are like the 3 bangers, It's there's a little bit of room, but there's not enough room to get in like all the next level guys. So I've come up with a poor question, which is in the name. It's
It's
bad
not
question.
new. Yeah, this is
so
old news
now-
for the podcast.
Now it's just worse answers time. So
Yeah.
the bar is set right where it should be, bad, and all we have
Okay.
to do is find a way under it. So there we go. Who wants to start off with their list?
Ben, do you want to go?
I mean, I don't have. I don't technically have 5, but I can make up another one. I have like a lot of songs here, but it's hard to narrow them down.
I think Connor,
okay,
you should get us going.
yeah.
Okay.
Ben and I still have a lot of work to do.
So I just
Yeah.
kind of went along with what I've been recently been feeling within the past year, because I feel like music taste kind of just changes throughout the season. So my first song is "Staring Out the Window of Your Old Apartment" by Jeff Rosenstock. Do you guys know?
This is going to be fun because this will be a list of 5 songs I had no idea.
Yeah, I
about
think
this.
I'm assuming all of us have no idea what each of us listen to. So
It'll make for great content.
Jeff Rosenstock is like some like punk. He's like a punk
Okay.
dude. He makes punk music.
Is it like new or is this like old stuff? Like old
this
punk?
is new. The song that I chose came off of his Worry album that came out in 2016. He released a new album 2020. That was pretty good too. The next one is "Dance Till We Die" by Lana Del Rey. It's like
I've heard the artist.
Okay. Yeah.
it's like it's weird. It kind of starts off like the normal Lana Del Rey affair, where it's very like moody, crooning, singing going on, and then at the back half there's like this country like rock transition where she's like, "I went down to Woodside," and then it's like it's a pretty fucking awesome breakdown, something that you wouldn't expect from Lana Del Rey. It's pretty tight.
Have you heard of that, Ben? Have you heard that song?
It sounds extremely familiar. And I'm sure if I heard it, I would know it.
Okay.
It's off her new album.
Lana. Then maybe not. Lana, I remember hearing a lot in high school, but mostly as a passerby.
Not for you, eh?
Yeah. I also I remember seeing her wearing that chain link mask, and I haven't really trusted her ever since I saw that. That was pretty dumb.
Hey, we love her on the show, though. Lana, if you want to come on. If you want to come on.
Yeah, sorry, Lana. Sorry. I'm just coming on here to shit on shit.
We're not saying that's the big name that we've been teasing for a long time, but it could be. Oh, wow, that's a horrible mask. I am just seeing this for the first time now, and that's not a move.
Yeah, not too smart.
I didn't know she was this person. Anyway, go ahead. I'm gonna keep
Yeah,
living in the
we
past.
want to say that that the mask is some sort of domestic terrorism, but we'll kind of refrain from that conversation as of now. But my next song is "Thug Life" by Brockhampton.
Okay.
Yeah, it's I don't know. Have you guys ever? I know
Yeah,
Charlie hasn't, but Ben.
is that's off their new one, huh?
No, it's off
Oh,
Iridescence.
is it not? Okay.
I wanted to pick a new one off their new album, but I feel like I need to sit with it more. I've listened to it a
Yeah,
ton,
yeah,
but
yep.
um, my next one is "Dear April," the remix by Frank Ocean, the remixed version of "Dear April." Charlie, no, we're blanking.
I could just sit out this first third of I've got a chance with some of Ben's, I think, but I have no chance with you. Just a complete zero for me.
I'm wondering, like, do we need to listen to each one? That would be
um,
an editing mess.
Yeah, and that'll probably get a lot of copyright, so no. Dear April's like this, like almost like EDM take, not really, but like an electronic house take on a very slow acoustic ballad from Frank Ocean. It's pretty good. And
Okay,
then
that's your
my
fourth song? Okay, okay.
yeah, and then my fifth one is Teen X by Playboy Cardi. Um, it's just a dumb, fun rap song.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
Everybody
what are
needs
all
one of
five
those on their list.
what are all five doing? Like what's each one there for?
The Teen X is kind of like I guess like psychedelic trap. Playboy Cardi, Dear April, Frank Ocean is kind of like an R&B soul kind of song. Thug Life by Brockhampton is like pop rap, I would think. Um, Dance Till We Die by Lana Del Rey is kind of like I guess like indie, almost country a little bit. Uh, Staring Out the Window of Your Old is Jeff Rosenstock is punk, so
It's a wide variety there.
Yeah, there's a lot
Yeah.
going on. Okay, I can go even though I'm less sure by the minute of where I stand with any of this. Does that
Cool.
sound good?
Yeah.
that sounds
Unless you
great.
want to, Ben.
I better see
Um,
some like Smoking Gun, White Album, Beatles songs on there.
Well, I'm
Um,
gonna start it off with the Beatles song. That's maybe the only thing I'm pretty confident in. And I feel like if I don't just start it with the Beatles song, it's gonna be like an unnecessary build-up, you know? Like if we just got to get that out of the way before
yeah,
we can move on to anything else. So the Beatles song is on here because my personality is largely based on the fact that I like the Beatles. So much so that I don't even know if I like the Beatles, but it's just so ingrained as a part of who I identify as that there has to be a Beatles song here. So I spent about a minute and a half trying to pick the right Beatles song for this, and I decided on Revolution 1 by the Beatles.
that's on the
Um,
that's White Album, right?
yeah,
Is that the one where they
almost.
say Paul's dead? Or like
I don't remember which one that is. It's like it's when they do it backwards. It's when you play it backwards. I think
yeah,
that comes.
I'm gonna look that
This
up
is the
real
one
quick.
where John Lennon like fakes an orgasm at the end, for like the last 30 seconds. So that makes it notable. But I just think it's like, I think to me it's a perfect encapsulation of what I do love about the Beatles, which is just like the sheer diversity of the stuff they make. Like there's so many different sounds, especially on the White Album. Like the White Album is like 30 different artists just came together and made like an individual song each. That's what I think is so incredible about them, and I think Revolution 1 is exactly that, because it's such like a weird, neat vibe that I don't think is maybe like normally what you think of when you think of Beatles. So I dig that. Fuck.
Okay. Yeah.
That's song 1. Song 2 we'll do the one that I'm next most sure about, and that is "This Must Be the Place" by the Talking Heads.
Okay.
Yeah, and I know Ben's at least in on that. Connor, are you in on
I'm in
it?
on it.
I've like sampled the Talking Heads, but I've never like gone fully deep in them. I mean I know they're like their big song. It's isn't like the like My House or Our House or
Burning Down the
Right.
House.
yeah, Burning Down the
Burning Down
House.
the
Yeah,
House.
Burning Down the House.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like
Um,
that's my extent of Talking Heads.
yeah, I love Talking Heads are another one where I love like almost everything they do.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just make such good shit. But I think This Must Be the Place is again sort of like I'm trying to like encapsulate what I like most about these artists a little bit. And I
Yeah.
think what I love about this is it's very like experimental. So and that makes me sound too pretentious. Um, it's like out there, right? Like it's a little bit weird, and I think David Byrne, who's like the lead singer, kind of like face of the Talking Heads, is like not a good singer, right? Like this is not like a pretty voice. This isn't like Paul McCartney singing "Long and Winding Road," where you just like feel like you're back in the womb and like everything is warm and lovely, right? David Byrne is not that guy. But what I fucking love about him is just that he fucking sings. The man just sends it, and I appreciate that a ton. And he's got it like by doing that, he just has a really interesting and cool sound, and it's just like yeah, I don't know. This Must Be the Place is a vibe. You've definitely heard the riff in it somewhere,
Yeah.
because it's
And you've definitely heard a cover of it. I think that's
yeah,
like like one of the songs that churns out the best covers, because I think what you're saying, I don't think it's like, I think maybe it is a little pretentious to say experimental, but like every other person who does the song does something new with it. And I think it's encouraging and enticing for people to like recreate
yeah.
that song. And I think
Maybe
that's what's so fun about them is you want to improvise because it feels like an
yeah.
improvised song.
Maybe that's yeah, like a better way to put it than experimental is all their songs. It's not that they're like unfinished, but yeah, it just like it feels like you're in the room, like just listening to people just kind of like play instruments and do their thing
Yeah.
with the Talking
Yeah.
Heads song.
What
And this
what
must be yeah.
what genre is Talking Heads like funk or like isn't it like a form of rock? I
I have no idea what you'd. I'm
Yeah.
bad with this in general, but the Talking Heads, I have
Same.
no clue.
I would say like funk-ish.
I think they're sort of known like the Beatles as, to a much lesser extent, as sort of like kind of like a node on the tree where a lot of stuff came out of them, but they don't necessarily fit in anywhere
Yeah.
themselves.
I looked it up and it said alternative indie and rock.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
seems good.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so yeah, there's that. Now we're into the kind of on my own, and I really don't know where to go. I'll do a Billy Joel. I'll throw in Billy Joel. He's another
Yeah,
one where I
okay.
just can't really go wrong there. And I'm gonna say "Scenes from an Italian Restaurant" by Billy Joel. I think it's this is the void that it fills. It's a long song. I love long songs. It's like at least 5 minutes. It's got like many acts to it. It's not just like verse, chorus. There's like a story that's being weaved through it,
It's
which
like
I
a
dig.
Stevie Wonder song.
Yeah, there's like some speedy, fast, cool parts. There's a sax solo, which is like a staple of songs I love. Sax or harmonica, like you got me. I'm in. It covers a lot of staples now, and Billy Joel, most of his songs are like that. For me, they just like cover a lot of the easy bases. But yeah, "Scenes from an Italian Restaurant" is a fantastic song, and that's in there. And I think that's sort of rounding out kind of the rock end at this point. Would be like the Beatles, the Talking Heads, "Scenes from an Italian Restaurant." The next thing I'm gonna go for is I don't even know how to pronounce this. It's a French song. It's called "Ton Hotel." I think I'm probably butchering that. but I'm a big fan of that. I've been getting into French music lately. I've talked about it on the pod. You've heard this, Connor, because Brett has played it. I've taken it from Brett, and Brett played it at some of the stuff we did over the summer.
What song is it again?
This is a game where it would have been really good if we'd like actually listened to this stuff, but we didn't.
What song is it?
Ton Hotel, Ton Hotel. But yeah, I love the French vibe, and I think this is like a little, I don't know what you'd call it, but to me it's like a little more poppy, you know? It's a little less of the like raw instrumental music-y stuff that I think of when I think Billy Joel, Beatles, Talking Heads, like Styx, Supertramp, that kind of thing. It's getting a little more, you know, like poppy, party, fun time, dance. Because I don't think you can really dance to the songs I've said before this. Actually, this must be the place you can, but
yeah, definitely.
Anyway. More of a dancey vibe, more of a poppy vibe, a little more like upbeat. We're going, and it's French, and I'd like to put a French song on because, again, I want to seem cool. So that's what this is all.
Yeah, I mean that's what we're all doing here.
Yeah.
So that's 4, and now I'm at a complete impasse. I'm gonna say my 5th one is. Jeez, this is tough. Ben, do you want to go? We can come back to
you
my...
have to do all
You
5.
gotta do the what Supertramp song are you picking?
No, I'm not doing the Supertramp song. I think I better covered that with both Billy Joel and the Talking Heads. To me, those two filled the Styx Supertramp vibe that I'd struggle with. And I don't want to do like a cop out and like list a bunch of them, you know? Like I can't be that guy. I can't be like,
you can't just be like, I mean, I just can't choose between like blah 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 and like.
I'm gonna say "Comfort Eagle" by Cake.
Oh,
just because I love it. It's such a fucking good song. I don't really know that it rounds out the list. Like I don't think it's really bringing anything the other songs aren't, but so good. I could listen to that forever.
I think that's a good reason because I think a lot of the songs I chose to are just the songs where you just like feel so impacted by them every time you listen to them.
Yep.
And there's something amazing about that song and the beat and the words too where it's good, dude.
Yeah, it's got fantastic lyrics. The lyrics are so good. It's, again, like a longer thing with a little bit more of a story. Although not really a story, but just like I don't know. You can, like, tell what's happening and pick up on it. And, God, does it sound...
story. Yeah. Like, it might not be, like, a full, continuous story, but, like, you know that there are characters.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
And there's just, like, great lines. Like, there's like, just lines that you want to, like, use in normal life. And it sounds like nothing else. Like no other song to me, except maybe like a Susie and the Banshees song or something like that is a little bit like it. But yeah, and that was me doing a cop out because Kiss You For Me or Kiss Them For Me by Susie and the Banshees was sort of also vying. So that was me doing a cop out, and now I'm just taking that to its full conclusion.
You're ruining it.
And I'd also like to throw out Saint Motel and Lawrence as bands that I have taken from Ben that I think are great. So, on that, I'll relinquish the mic. Those are my 5. Scenes from an Italian Restaurant by Billy Joel. Revolution 1 by the Beatles. This Must Be the Place by the Talking Head. Ton Hotel by Hubert Lenoir. I have no idea how to say any of that. And Comfort Eagle by Cake. Boom. That's me. Ben, hit me.
I'm going to have to write down Connor's later, too, because I want to listen to all these after this.
We should do, like, a follow-up episode where this is, like, part 1 and part 2. We've, like, listened to it. Maybe we can come up with, like, a Mount Rushmore of, like, our own, like, what encapsulates our mutual taste. That seems like it has no point, but would be fun.
Just for our own personal reasons.
Okay, Ben, come at me.
Okay.
Well, actually, me too. So the both of us, yeah.
Connor, if you can just hop out of the call, and Ben and I will kind of run through his list. And
Well,
then
I mean,
Yeah, you can go back in like 15 minutes or something.
we'll
Okay.
just ping it.
The first one I wrote like immediately was Dapper by Domo Genesis and Anderson .Paak.
well, that's a good song.
Huge Anderson .Paak guy. I mean, because every song he just is excited about being in this song, I feel like.
He's so
And
charismatic.
I love that. Yeah, right. And I think like that to me is like what music is I just need something where I want to be a part of it. And so like that song is just like ridiculous, weird fucking lyrics, gross lyrics, but like very, very fun. And then Passed by Me by Buddy and Kent Jams is like a I don't know, it sounds, it's the beat and the song sounds like the name of the song. And I like that too, where it's like you put on your headphones and everything else is just going by. So that's how I feel like I run a lot of my stuff.
You know any of these so far, Connor?
I know Dapper. I'm a big Anderson .Paak guy as well.
Okay. I'm an O for right now.
Okay, good. Let's see, what else did I have? I had this one. I was thinking about Stevie, but when Connor mentioned Stevie again, then I looked. So I just put this one on, For Once in My Life by Stevie, because I think like I'm a sucker for sappy songs still, so that needed to be on the list, something like that. And I think Connor was saying too about how like music changes over time, and very few songs I think have remained for me in a long period of time, except for that one. Sweatpants, Childish Gambino.
It's a good one.
Incredible lyrics.
Charlie, you're striking out.
Is that 0 for 4, Charlie?
Yeah, I gotta get at least one. That's gonna be an embarrassing performance from me.
I don't know if you're gonna get this one. Pork Soda by Glass Animals. I think that is like my Talking Heads song, where it's just like, it's just on like, it's not supposed, it just doesn't feel real, and it just feels so like experimented and unique, and both of those are really annoying words to say, but I'm standing by them.
Yeah, this is a bad. I'm feeling rough.
I'm like 3 for 5. I've never. I think I've
Yeah.
only heard of like a couple Glass Animal songs, but I do know who they are.
Yeah.
I've heard some of them, and I might have heard Sweatshirt before that. I might have heard that, but I can't.
I'm sure you've heard
pull
like
up either.
Mitchell play it or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm feeling bad because I'd like to think of myself as fairly musically cultured, but this was a poor showing. I only knew the 5 that I brought, and that's a pretty low bar. So I'll be looking to come out swinging a little more next week. And the 5 that I brought, none of them are like that hot of a take, you know? Like I didn't even whip out like the little artists, like the cool flexy things. It was all just like big names. So I'm gonna like probably cry for a while after this. Oh, I had the French one, but I admitted I stole that from Brett. So like that's not even mine.
No, like it's still like, you have to get music from other people. That's part of, I think that's fine.
Whatever,
But,
Ben.
I think that's a great addition. And I thought your list was good too. I do think it's just like, I don't know, like we have very wide taste apparently.
Can we talk about how sad it is that you're having to like emotionally like support me and build me back up on my own show?
Well, it's actually.
Hey, it's okay.
You're my guest, and here you are being like, "Hey, Charlie, it's okay, man. Like you did good. You tried your best."
Yeah. Charlie, this is kind of an embarrassing showing for you on the pod. it
I tried.
Should we
I
just
think
like just not air this one, or?
I mean, we're 30 minutes in, so I mean, it's kind of too late for that.
I think what we do though is we promise that we'll listen to this and come back and try and put some like culmination to it, you know? Like we've all thrown out some names, and we encourage our viewers to do the same, right? Like they should go out, listen to all the songs that we said, and then the 5 or 6 that I threw in at the end on mine. They should go listen to that and maybe even suggest some of their own, and we'll consider them, you know? And then we'll come back and try and make a definitive bad questions, worse answers, kind of Mount Rushmore, or like
we'll make like a playlist or
6
something that we can share.
Yeah.
Maybe we do like a tournament style, you know, like we set up a bracket and go through it. That'd be fun.
That would be fun.
Yeah, so now we've done it. We did it. We did the thing no one asked for.
This was definitely one of the most self-indulgent moments on the podcast. And
what do you mean? Just like us going off on our own shit?
Yeah, it was really related to nothing of the world at large. I guess for those who want to know our song picks, there you go. If you want to know us more personally, there we have some food for thought on that. But overall, this has been a very a very indulgent podcast episode.
We've offered nothing to anyone, so that's par for the course, I guess.
Yeah,
we could have put the last 30 minutes in like a list, and so maybe we should just do that.
Yeah, that's true. What we've done so far is just make a really long Word doc.
Yeah, maybe next time we
really
can.
Hard to figure out what are the actual songs that they should be listening to.
Yeah.
So anyway, you've seen the warm up. Get ready for the follow-up act next week or sometime.
Yeah. We can touch on. Do you want to touch on my question for?
I feel like it deserves a little bit more of its own time. You
really?
know? Yeah. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, that's fair. I agree with that.
I think. I don't think anything. I got nothing.
Well, how do you wanna? We got 10 minutes left to chat it up, so this is we're getting even more we're getting more meta as the pod goes.
This is bad right now.
Yeah, this is not.
I feel like I sort of cut off you being able to sort of conclude your list in a nice way with my own, again, even further self-indulgence in my own misery. Okay.
Thoughts, Ben?
Oh, me. I'm down to shoot the shit or whatever for like another 10 minutes.
Did anybody have any like runners up? You know, anything like that?
My brain's empty, Charlie. I kind of panicked when I thought that I might have to bring a question.
I thought of like a Mac DeMarco song.
I thought you had a bunch you were trying to go on, Ben. A big list you were trying to work through of other songs.
Yeah, I do have a full list, a full page.
What are some others? Let's throw them out for the listener.
Okay. Dirty by Capiac or something.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy, just fantastic music video. I think I love that too. I love album covers and I love music videos as like part of the song. So I really, really enjoy that music video, and that's why I kind of almost put that one on there. Raspberry Beret, Prince song that's been in my head forever.
That's what I would have known.
Yeah. That's the first Prince song that I was like, oh, Prince. And I think it's like another song, I guess, that I'm still like could never get tired of.
What was your Mac DeMarco one, Connor?
There are a couple Mac DeMarco songs I love. This Whole Dog is great. Wolf Who Wears Sheep's Clothes. There was like a couple rap songs I wanted to do too, but I forgot. I don't know. Honestly, a lot of the songs I picked I have on vinyl. Actually, everyone except for Teen X by Playboi Carti, but I did pre-order that. Um,
No big deal.
I loved that.
I'm just like looking at my collection. I'm like, like what? I don't know. I guess like a lot of the songs that I love or like stick with, I do tend to own the physical version of them.
Right. Yeah. I would feel the same way. Like with the vinyls I have, I probably have maybe, I don't know, maybe over half of the
Gosh,
songs I like on it.
I just don't know why, but I just like don't. I've never gotten into the vinyl thing, and it's absolutely something that would like fit.
Yeah,
my
that's
persona.
like Beatles and Talking Heads. That sounds like a vinyl collector if I've ever seen one.
Yeah. But I've never done it. The only vinyls I've bought are like as decoration or like for my sister who likes them. I don't know why.
Oh, Mary collects records too.
Yeah, she's gotten pretty big into it.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
It's a pretty big waste of material and space. So, like, it's an inefficient delivery of music. Besides the fact that there's an enjoyable experience to it, and to be able to see it and hold it.
Yeah. I think for me, I feel like I have so much ground to cover, you know? Like there's so much music that I like, and so much of it is just like one song by one artist that it would take so long for me to accrue all of the necessary like pieces for me to like have an actual, set of albums I'd want to listen to. I don't know. I've never gotten into it though.
I'll have days where I'll just like binge my like records. I'll just like do one after the other.
Mm-hmm.
I get a lot of use. I haven't played them quite a lot like recently just because I've been busy. Playing records is definitely something that like you have a lot of free time to do, or just have like maybe an hour or two to play one. But it definitely is a time commitment, and if you really want to take care of them, that's a whole other thing too. I don't know. Yeah, like I don't know, and also I don't know, something about records is like it forces me. I don't know, for some reason whenever I like stream songs, I have a very short attention span for them. Like I'll like whenever I'm working out or whatever, I'll just like skip, or just like I just get very little patience for it. But like listening to a whole album on vinyl, like I can't skip it, so like I'm forced to take it all in, which I enjoy.
That's an interesting point. I guess I think something that's a problem for me is I love the variety. Like I don't know if my 5 songs sold it particularly well, but I think of my like music library as a pretty diverse subsection of music, or at least like a lot of different sound, signatures or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if I would. I think that's a big turn on for me. It's like I just have one big playlist and it's got everything I like, and there's going to be a bunch of different sounds in there. And I don't really think I'd get that with many albums, except again the White Album, which I think is like the best thing ever.
How do you do it, Connor? Because I think what
How do you do it, Connor? How does he do it?
I don't know, guys.
Please tell us.
So modest.
Because I do think Charlie's I've always been fascinated by Charlie's method, because I think I need a lot more like curation in terms of like I want to stay in the same kind of mindset, or a consistent mindset, I think.
Yeah, I definitely curate my playlist. I could never just like offload a bunch of songs that I like into a playlist and be like, all right, I'm just gonna listen to this for like 2 years and just never change it. Like I have to I'll get bored of a song in like a week maybe, or a couple days, and just because like when I like a song, I just overplay the fuck out of it, and and then I just get burnt out, and I'm like, I just need to find something new to listen to, or something like that. Like I don't think I would ever be satisfied by like, oh, I have all these different sounds, and like that's what keeps me entertained, because I feel like I have like a wide enough music taste to where like I'm always getting different sounds, to where it's like I just need like something new in my head. Like Like a month ago, I went on a Mac DeMarco binge, and I just listened to Salad Days for half a week or something, and I was like, okay, now I'm move on to the next thing.
I couldn't help but feel a little bit attacked during that, but I get what you mean. Like, I get what you mean. Where I don't know, not wanting to like have it all just in one place. And I think for me it's a big like time thing. Like I just don't want to take the time to organize it all. I'd rather just like curate this one thing and know that when I want music, I can go here and turn this on. And if I want something specific, like I'm just one Spotify search away from, you know, like a more particular playlist or something like that.
Yeah.
And again, I think probably a lot of it is motivated too by just my shit memory, you know, where like I wouldn't remember that I like Creedence Clearwater Revival unless they were in this playlist, you know, and I could go through here and just know that like everything I like is in this one place. And like that's just like my like little musical oasis in the desert, you know, like I can go here and it will be fine. And I can remind myself of things I think are good.
I wish I had that. I don't know, if I like a song, I like already know how it's gonna go, and I just don't want to listen to something that I already know what's gonna happen for like the 40th time in a row. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess the goal of my system would be that I end up with songs I don't feel that way about. And I also think a big part of it is I try very hard to not over listen to the same song, you know, when I get onto it. And so by having this, I know it'll keep songs exciting for longer, you know, because like they'll pop up, and the first few times they pop up for a few months is like a notable thing. So it's like over 14 hours long. So the playlist, like, as much as I know what's in there, there's still going to be plenty of surprises as I keep like moving stuff in and out.
Yeah.
So that system works well for me, and my brain. But I'm not going to say that it's the right way to do it. I'd like to throw out some shout outs too, just to some songs that I wasn't able to squeeze in.
Okay, yeah, let's hear it.
Squeezed in a lot. Detroit 67 by the Sam Roberts Band. That's a song that I found independently, and it's kick-ass. It's a kick-ass song. House of the Rising Sun, classic. You got to do it. Devil Went Down to Georgia, Charlie Daniels Band. Rest in peace, Charlie Daniels. That's an unbelievable song. That's another one like Comfort Eagle or something where I just don't think anything else sounds like it. Like it's just so of its own. I love that shit. Literally every Beatles song. And Gone Forever by Communicant. That's pretty good. Dance with Somebody by Mondo Dao. They're like I think they're a Danish band, but it's an English song, so don't at me. Not that there's a way you could. It's Not the Fall That Hurts by Caesars. That's pretty good shit. Heaven Nor Hell by Volbeat. That's got a harmonica solo in it. So, boom, I'm in. That's all it takes.
Yeah.
You got a harmonica solo, I'm there.
Do you like Bob Dylan?
No.
There's a lot of those
sounds
in
like
there.
Kermit the Frog, and I can't get over it.
Oh. I like him talking about the leopard skin pillbox.
You do a good impression, Connor.
Yeah.
You do a solid Bob Dylan.
Yeah, he's like, I'm stuck inside a mobile with the Memphis Blues again.
That is good.
Yeah, like it should be my thing, but I just can't get over the fact that he sounds like Kermit the Frog.
Yeah, that's like a big deterrent of his music.
Yeah.
I told my parents one time that I liked his music, and they were like, what the fuck? He sounds fucking stupid. I'm like, whatever.
I think he'd be up there with like a David Byrne, where like not a good singer, you know, like not Broadway, but
it's what they do besides that. What's good. If you like that thing, that sort of thing. Because like the Talking Heads can be a big hit and a miss too, and I think Bob Dylan's the same way.
Another thing I'll say to defend my playlist, Connor, is that I know quite a few people that like my playlist.
I wasn't even attacking your playlist.
I attacked it first, I think. So bring it, Charlie.
I know people that have it added on Spotify. I guess I can
Really?
how many people, can't you, if it has like followers or whatever? But
I think
I
you
know,
can see.
I know. People have it.
That's cool, Charlie, I guess.
God,
Yeah, it's whatever.
I've found my own platform, and I still just get no respect.
Yeah, you've been really
No.
taking this podcast by storm with a lot of power and ego. You called it your show, and a lot
I
of
think relative to Ben, it is my show. I didn't say that to you. I said it to Ben.
well, we'll have to
It's
discuss
not
this.
Ben's
We'll have to discuss
My
this
show,
off. We'll have
That's
to
wrong.
have legal mediate it.
Ben doesn't even deserve to be on here. Ben's only here because I've developed a place for him to exist here.
Yeah,
Without me, there is no Ben.
you've carved out a platform for Ben,
And myself.
that
And
I
you're
gave
part of
you.
it. Oh, you
Yeah.
you didn't give me shit.
Yeah.
As soon as you give me the BQWA password, I'm going off on my own. I'm going to start my own thing. I'm going independent, but not until we finish this epic music series that I did come up with on the fly as we did the episode.
True. You are a very smart innovator and improv.
I'm a creative. I said it earlier. I'm
Yeah.
an ideas man.
Yeah. You just spit them out.
I'm a brand guy. So maybe it's your channel, Connor, or whatever, but it's nothing without me. Nothing.
Is this how it ends?
Yeah, this is how.
Yeah, we're just ending it there.
That's cool.